There is Karen unpacking her bag.
Scrambling.
She's just silhouetted against that bright light coming in from outside because they gave us this stinking room. I don't know how we're going to put up with it for 2 weeks. But I hate to be a complainer, so I guess I won't ask them to give us a different room. Now, just outside of a room that I showed you a minute ago is this fella here. And he is practicing his wind, or kite surfing that's called, isn't it? He's blown his kite up. He's sailing away. Oh, he's in the water. Practice, practice, practice. That pulled him out. He's back at her now. Not that easy to do. I don't think I could do it. Unless I get in a little bit better shape. I begin recording outside of Club Kawama on the canal side, the south side of the grounds, and this is a typical construction of the units in most of the grounds at Kawama. This is one of the more interesting buildings, however, as you'll see when I show you some of the interior later. Approaching Club Kawama. This is the first view that you'll see on arriving on your bus from the airport. And they'll load you in a golf cart and transport you to your room. And we'll go and enter the lobby, and I'll give you a view of that. We are entering the front door of the lobby of Kawama. You'll approach the desk and check in, be given your key, and then loaded off to your room to enjoy. While you're waiting, you might go by the bar. I see Ernesto is working hard. Across from the check-in desk, Pepe has got people lined up to make reservations for the a la carte restaurants, which begins at 10 o'clock in the morning every day. This seating area just outside the lobby bar is overlooking the pool area and seems to be very popular for everyone to be close to the good coffee they have at the coffee bar and a little view of the pool. Exiting the lobby, there's a set of pair of stairs going over the sections of the pool to reach across to the pool bar over there, where it's beer time 24 hours a day. Here, next to the pool also, is the backside of one of the units that I pictured a few moments earlier, and it has some nice patios off of the room there. And an entrance. I'll take us inside now. This is entering the building mentioned a moment ago into its central courtyard area with stairs leading up to the second level. Rooms surrounding the center court. And again, looking from another one of the 4 entrances located to enter this building, showing the south entrance with the canal just outside of that. I don't know if you can see the blue of the water there. A sailboat just entered in the canal this morning while I watched at breakfast time. I keep thinking Zorro's going to burst from one of those rooms with his sword flashing and jump over the railing and hop on his horse and ride away. Immediately exiting the building number 2 with those rooms we were just looking at, we come to the fitness club here, and I'm afraid I must admit I have been in it to look, but I haven't used it. We'll have a look at the equipment. And I am not alone. No one else is here using the equipment at the moment either. They're all sipping coffee and eating and perhaps drinking. This is right next to the fitness club. It's a mini club, I guess, supposedly to entertain and babysit children. But honestly, I've never seen it in use. The kids are all in the pool with their families or on the beach. Walking north away from the pool, you'll find nicely landscaped yards, and a bit past that we approach the buffet restaurant for the resort, La Tosca. There's a second story above it with a few rooms. Those windows there are the south side eating area of La Tosca Buffet. I approach La Tosca Restaurante, and the stairs leading to the rooms above, surrounding the main entrance. And again, a matching set of stairs next to it going upstairs. And as I pan to the north, we're on the beach. Kawama has a stretch of, it's got to be well over a half a kilometer of beach. And so there's always a quiet spot if you so desire. And this is my favorite spot to eat. It may take a few minutes wait, as everyone else, for some reason, seems to feel the same way. That sitting outside under this covered veranda on this deck and looking out at that view seems to make life a little more enjoyable. And located right next to the buffet restaurant is El Risolino, and my friend is saying hello to me, Miguel, one of the regulars of Club Kawama for many years. And you may even notice the reflection in the window of the ocean behind me. So even if I sit facing the window, I get to look at the ocean. El Risolino Italian restaurant, run by a gentleman named Peruccio, is a good place to get some pizza at Club Kawama and also enjoy being next to the ocean. You can tell again, continuing, the architecture here is unique. Newer resorts aren't going to be built quite like this. Directly in front of us, you'll see some of the beach equipment. As I go to the edge of the wall, this tile roof is over top of Fernando's Beach Bar. There you'll see the sign, Bar Cubano, Playa Beach Bar. The animated gentleman is Fernando. Fernando. He's the best bartender in Club Kawama right there. When you come here, make sure you say hello to Fernando. Immediately to the west of that buffet and Italian restaurant is the beginning of some more of the typical structures located at Club Kawama. 2 or 4 room buildings located along, as I mentioned, a fantastic stretch of beach. As you look towards the west, in the distance you'll see Punta Arenas on the right and Cayeta on the left, located where the pier allows the canal to exit into the ocean, where, as I mentioned, a sailboat came in earlier. Backing up from that is the beginnings of the 20 kilometers of beach which Varadero offers. And I don't need to add to the reports of many that it is one of the most beautiful beaches you could possibly find anywhere. And they are attempting to keep her groomed. Going further west, we come across a somewhat newer section of Club Kawama with this very typical construction style in Varadero of rooms. I see this same style construction in a lot of the resorts in the peninsula. It works, it's functional, but doesn't have quite the character of the old block buildings that Kawama began with. As I've been continuing west along the long and narrow strip of property which is Club Kawama, there is a section covered by this section of walkway covered by this tarp, and it goes by a building. I believe this is building number 44, at the base of which was a beach bar and a few rooms above it. Again, this was a beach bar with a tile-floored patio. Unfortunately, it is padlocked. And it's unfortunate because, as mentioned, with such a long stretch of beach, there are many places at Club Kawama where you can find quiet, peace, and in this bar they used to have a lovely lady, Damaris, who made some of the best drinks at Club Kawama, and you could sit here and watch the pelicans fly by with a lot of tourists enjoying the same thing. But as I mentioned, this particular spot I always found to be out of the way, and many of the tourists at the east section by the lobby didn't even know this existed. So hopefully they'll fix that problem and open this beach bar again. I just realized my mistake. That building I was just showing you was building 45, not 44. I got back on the covered trail and continued to head west and approach another pool area. Surrounding this pool area are more buildings of the style which seems prevalent in most of the Varadero resorts for the room building construction type. And as you can see, these pools, kids pool there and a little deeper one next to it, are unused. Perhaps they don't put people in these rooms unless they're full at the east end closer to the main lobby. And next to that pool was the Cuban restaurant called El Brocal, which this year is closed, just as that last building 45 beach bar is closed. You can hear the loud music playing at the stage just outside of that closed Cuban restaurant El Brocal. Covered patio and large modern building this is, with an older section with El Brocal snack bar located at the beach. You can see inside of El Brocal snack bar, it's the east end, pardon me, the west end of the property here. It also is somewhat underutilized. They have a few snacks here available for people who may want something light to eat. The bread keeps getting better every year. There's not a great deal of choice here, but these fellows do have drinks available. Should you care to sit on their patio and look out at that view, there are a few tables here available. Palapas, also at this west end of the resort, somewhat underutilized, lesser staffed and lesser occupancy by the tourists. And stretching down the beach, you may see a section which seems to be suffering a little bit of erosion at the moment. Occasionally they, from year to year, may do some beach regeneration. That El Brocal snack bar brought us to the west end of the Kawama property. You see the waves rolling in. This is the roughest it has been in the week and a half since I arrived. Days like this, they don't want you to take out the catamarans and don't want you to get out there too deep in the water either. It also minimizes the amount of pelicans which swoop in and skim the water on their fishing search and provide great beauty and entertainment for we tourists. Here is a small example of how waves can come along and eat away at the beach, causing the type of erosion I was showing in that more distant shot. I mentioned regenerating the beach. 2 or 3 years ago, they brought in pipe and sucked sand from offshore to replenish what had been a badly eroded section of the Varadero beach. That's their fix, and every few years I believe they have to do it again. Just outside one of the gates of Club Kawama is a little bank, and perhaps you can see some people lined up waiting to enter one at a time to exchange their money at a better rate than you'll find at the front desk at the lobby of the hotel, but it can be a long wait for short hours during the day when the bank is open. Leaving the pool area by the main entrance at the lobby is a path going by this little shop offering postcards and clothing and hats. You can hear the music in the background coming from the entertainment area. We're right next to the pool bar, the 24-hour bar, and the pool. Here I stand on the north side of the main pool. That feature in the center of the pool has a occasional waterfall coming out of it. And here is the back of the main building, the main entrance, the lobby. That's just inside there is where the lobby bar is, and these elevated walks over the sections connecting the east and west ends of this pool area. And they've just brought in a bunch of new chairs this week to surround the pool and offer plenty of seating. And a few steps up to the pool bar. Here is where all of the entertainment occurs. Animation every night. Not top acts, but a little bit of a diversion at 10 o'clock every evening. Basketball net gets fairly constant use, little at a time. And of course back to the pool bar, El Dorado. When we enter, we find a pool table which gets a lot of use until the end of the entertainment at 11 o'clock every night. Picnic tables surrounding it. They're usually full in the evenings. A lovely lady named Anaisa cooks on this grill most days. She does hot dogs, hamburgers, grilled cheese, and a few pastries are offered in the same location. Anaisa is just coming into view, and as I've told her many times, I think she's the hardest working girl at Kawama, and certainly one of the most pleasant you'll find anywhere. Behind the pool bar is another shop selling various typical Cuban crafts and pathways leading towards the buffet, and a little ridge of land elevated between the main lobby and the beach proper to the north of the peninsula. And again, we are located next to the entertainment stage, and a pathway leading to yet another shop which sells towels and bags, and continues to the ocean. And down this path we get to the high ground and start to go down again to the ocean. Oh, there's a pelican fighting the breeze today. Yesterday I saw a group of 5 kite surfers in unison coming along the beach. Unfortunately, a couple of them got their ropes tangled and went down. There's some nice rooms located along the beach, as you might well imagine. Here's a shower to get some of the salt off. Just slightly east of the shower that I just showed you, and some of the beachfront rooms, we come to a coffee bar. It was staffed by that excellent gentleman Fernando the last few years, and you could obtain mojitos here. But now this year, this El Candil is no longer an alcohol bar, but a coffee bar, and staffed by Carmen and frequented by people that love a little bit of liqueur in their coffee. A couple of regulars there, and Carmen's hard at work. Carmen used to work at the Italian restaurant, but they have conscripted her to operate here, and has sent Fernando from here down to that beach bar I showed you earlier. I think he has told me he likes it here better because it's not quite as windy as he experiences on the beach, but that's life. Here we have an empty pool immediately to the east of that coffee bar, El Candil Coffee Bar. This pool has been drained the last 2 years, unfortunately, and from here to the east, Kawama is a grouping of rooms, and here's one of the original room construction styles. I'll give us a better look at that right now. Here we have an interesting piece of statuary located next to the drained pool, and that building I referred to a moment ago that is interesting, this building number 21, which I will approach and give us a little interior shot. Starting again from the entrance, we come into a shared entertainment area. Very pretty. I don't believe that's necessary or functional. And just as we come to the south side of the building, there's this beautiful traditional architecture enclosing this covered open air patio with some wrought iron furniture and a shady, cool spot to perhaps sip a couple of local drinks. This patio might also offer an opportunity to view someone playing tennis at the tennis court here. It doesn't get a lot of use, honestly. I don't know whether it's the crowd here aren't tennis players or the heat's too much, but it's available should you want. Returning to the north by the beach and that drain pool I mentioned, I'm standing just on the north side of this building number 26, where I spent 3 vacations, but foolishly mentioned the room number in TripAdvisor.com, and without paying a premium, I'm afraid I can't afford to get in here anymore. And I'll show you why. And here's the backside of the reason why. This building 26 second story outdoor patio with a couple of tables and a few chairs has rather a gorgeous view through the young palm trees, coconut trees that have been planted to replace the older ones as they get storm damaged and washed away. There used to be a building located in front of us right now where the ocean toys were located, but I wasn't here. One year I came back and it was gone. I assume in a hurricane related event. But what a fabulous way to spend a day dreaming. With my feet back down on the ground in front of that building 26, we are now just about at the eastern extremity of the property, beyond which is the next resort to the east is Tortuga, followed by Barloventa, and the last interior easterly walkway of Club Kawama, leading to a bank of rooms. At this bank of rooms on the east side is the little store where some liquor and cigarettes are available. The newer typical room styles of Cuba. And I should mention bike rental and the restaurant Grand Canal, that is they call it their international cuisine, and below that is a bar which is open occasionally. They make better pina coladas than you're going to get at the lobby bar, but that's because they don't serve as many, and so they use a better quality mix. In the same location at the Grand Canal a la carte restaurant is this patio on a street corner with a few interesting old cars going by and parked. You do see a lot of them here in Varadero and in Cuba in general. Just amazing how they have kept them on the road. And here again is that canal which connects the ocean through the pier shown earlier to the bay created by the 20-kilometer long peninsula which is Varadero. And that's how you enter Varadero Peninsula, from the bridge, made necessary by the creation of this canal long ago. And here we are at the southeast corner of Club Kawama. Located just outside of the Grand Canal restaurant and bar is this bus stop for the Varadero beach tour bus. That is a double-decker bus which goes by every few minutes. It costs $5 and the ticket is good for all day. So you can ride that till 9 o'clock at night. They have a habit of stopping at a little bar restaurant. I'm trying to zoom in on it without wiggling too much. That's the bus, the double-decker bus open on top. It's good value. It'll give you a tour of the entire point. You got to watch the seats on top on the right side though. You might get a branch in the head. Oh, here comes one now. Again, one of the best values you're going to find in Varadero. The Varadero beach tour bus. Wondered if I wanted to get on, but I'm not moving. And I return to the scene of the crime where I began this home video. The main bus drop-off and entry point to the lobby at Club Kawama. As I've entered the lobby again, I cannot complete my video without showing Leida, who is the public relations manager of Club Kawama. She works long hours and endures great harassment with a smile. Back to where I began my video on this trip. A shot from my room looking out at our patio. My wife reading a book. And I could tell you what this room number is, but I'd have to kill you because I would never be able to get it back again if I shared that information with you. So, dream on. You'll read a lot about reviews of the food at Kawama on tripadvisor.com. This is lunch that I just brought out for myself. Don't know if you can identify the chicken and salad, corn, beans. They have fresh bread, but I didn't have room in my plate. But this is where I sit and eat this meal. And the meal may not be 5-star, but this view is. The Kawama House Band. On the left, Raubel. On the horn in front, William. In the middle at the back, Daniel. Singer in the front, Juan Carlos. On the double bass, Pablo. And the guitar, Luis. Magnificent.